MILF, mothers I'd love to fuck. Oh yeah, they are trouble. They are all kinds of trouble and you want to stay away from them. Yeah, the only time you notice a MILF is when she's turning on the charm. Okay? I mean, you might see some very attractive mother wandering around doing this, that, the other, right? But when you are interacting with her and you notice her, sexually speaking, it's that she's turning on the charm. She wants you to be interested in her. And there are only two reasons why she would want to be interested in you, or have you be interested in her, rather. Only two reasons. Number one, she wants the validation. And number two, she wants to trade up. The first case, that she wants validation, that happens all the time. Because what happens, of course, is that, see, a very attractive woman who's married and has some kids, right? The husband, after a while, is not paying that much attention to her because he got used to her. No matter how hot a woman is, you get used to her. No matter how hot a woman might happen to be, there comes a moment when every guy she's with gets tired of her shit, okay? And so a MILF is no exception. If a MILF is turning on the charm, she wants to feel, quote unquote, better about herself. She just wants attention. It's no big deal, but you know, understand what's going on. You know, she's just gonna blue ball you, right? And make herself feel all good and happy and then run off back to the husband and you know, you'll be, you know, shit out of luck. Yeah, that's just annoying, but it's certainly no big deal. The second possibility, that she's looking to trade up, oh, that's all kinds of problems. That's all kinds of problems, and that's why you want to get away from a MILF when she turns on the charm. Because in the first case, she just wants the attention and she's not really interested in you. She just wants the validation, the ego boost, right? But in the second case, where she wants to trade up, she is going to manipulate you into, oh God, you don't want to go there. Yeah, she's going to manipulate you into taking up the burden of herself and her kids, see? Because she's going to say that the husband is awful, that he does this, that, the other. She might even lie. That happens all the time because it's not that she's a woman, she's a person, and people lie, be they boys or girls. She's going to lie probably and say that her husband is just an awful person. Maybe he beats her, who knows, but she's just going to tell you a whole story and you're going to feel horrible and you're going to feel that you should be the knight in shining armor to come save milady from this horrible marriage that she's in. Yeah, and of course, she's going to be on her best behavior. Yeah, of course. You know, she's not stupid. She might not even realize this on a conscious level, but she is going to be on her absolutely best behavior when she's around you, when she's looking at you as the possible guy to trade up to, okay? Because see, when you trade up a car, see, the car that you're giving up and the new car that you're getting, they're not conscious. You know, they don't care about your opinion. They're just objects. But people are different. And people, when they realize that they are being traded up, they don't like it. And so, of course, a woman who's looking at you as an uptrade to her current husband, she is going to be so nice to you. She is going to manipulate you in all kinds of ways. She is going to make herself be this angel. And it's going to validate this idiocy that you're going to be indulging in of being the knight in shining armor to save milady. And it's going to be a nightmare for you because as soon as you succeed in your mythic quest to save milady from the evil first husband, right? She is going to turn from this beautiful princess with a couple little kids into this horrible ogre, Shrek, but like worse. Yeah, because she was on her best behavior when she was around you to convince you to save her. And now that you have saved her, she can relax, she can be herself. And the true self of this woman is not always a nice thing. Sometimes she's kind of awful, or not even like kind of awful, just awful, full stop. Huh? And you're stuck with her. You saved her. And now she's your burden. And here's the kicker. Here's the absolute worst part, see? See, you already know that she dumped the previous husband for you. So what's to say that she doesn't find somebody better than you and dumps you? Yeah, that's the thing with these MILFs. That's what's going on. They go from guy to guy to guy. before she got married for the first time or before she had a kid, right? She probably went from boyfriend to boyfriend, you know, monkey branching, right? What's monkey branching? You're holding on to one branch before grabbing onto the other, and then you let go of the previous branch, right? She went from boyfriend to boyfriend to boyfriend, monkey branching each relationship until she found the husband. Now she got bored of the husband, but she's got a couple of kids, maybe 3 kids, and she's got to find somebody better, and she finds you, and she suckers you, and you're stuck. And then she finds somebody else and moves on to the next guy. But it's not going to be right away, of course. It's going to be after a few years, maybe after a kid or 2. Yeah, because these kinds of women, right, a lot of times they realize that to really sink their claws into a guy, they got to pump out a kid. They might not even like kids, but they realize that a kid is essential to really, you know, lock down a guy. Because we guys, yeah, once we have a kid, we're locked down. I mean, we all know it. Yeah, we're always going to have this thing for the kid. We're always going to love the kid, of course. And we're always going to want to provide for the kid. If only out of a sense of just self-respect and self-dignity, you know what I'm saying? And so a woman like this, she knows that with a kid or 2 or 3, she's got you locked down. And then she can play. Then she can go look for somebody better because she knows she's got you by the short hairs. She knows that when she's pumped out one of your kids, and you know, just in case, do a DNA test, but assuming the DNA test comes out positive, once she's got you locked down, she knows she can do whatever she wants because she did it before. She was married to some other guy and you, idiot, wifed her up. You saved her, wifed her up, and got her pregnant, and now you're stuck as she goes off and finds somebody better. You know, and even the worst part, it might not even be that she goes out and finds somebody better, but just somebody new. Because these girls are addicted to the novelty of the thing, see? They just want a new guy in their life. A little pizzazz, a little excitement, you know? After a year, 2 or 3, they get bored of whatever guy they're with, no matter who it is. See, they don't understand what a relationship is all about. A relationship is about building a family. A relationship is about being with somebody so that you can raise children properly and have healthy, decent, good kids. That's what a relationship is all about. I'm talking about a long-term relationship, a marriage, right? But no, these women, they view relationships as entertainments. And they figure, you know, I've been watching this show for 2-3 years. I'm bored. I want to change channels. I want a new show. What's on Netflix? See? You're her Netflix. Yeah. So be smart. Listen to me. Be smart and get away from these MILFs. Okay? No matter how hot they are, because of course they're hot. Of course they're sexually attractive. That's their only selling point, to tell you the truth. Because most of them, like I said, not only are they awful, but they're stupid. Stupid in the literal sense. They have few IQ points. And you'll discover if you actually try to talk to them and not just roll around the hay all the time, right? If you actually start trying to talk to her, you're going to realize she's an idiot. Because these women who go from guy to guy to guy, they're not smart. They're stupid. Only stupid women do something like this, okay? So understand what's going on. No matter how attractive she might be, she's not worth it. See? So a MILF is catch and release. You have yourself a good old time, maybe a long weekend, maybe a week or something like that. But then after a while, you create the conditions so that she goes on to some other guy, not you. Be smart. Be smart. Because there's nothing wrong with, having your fun. But don't allow your fun to land you in jail. If you like this content, please subscribe to my Patreon channel. Link is in the description below. I do an extra video every week on Patreon that you'll find nowhere else. There are over 100 of these videos on Patreon that are exclusive to that platform. And also I do a Sunday show, the weekly webinar, where I talk about different subjects. It's a call-in show. It lasts 2 to 3 hours and it's a lot of fun. So go check it out. Like I said, link is in the description below. Thank you very much, and I will catch you next time.